Okay, so it's about time to summarize what you got from this course and actually what is the flow that we actually have in this course. Everything starts with new requirement. You have a project, you have a module, and you have new requirement. You have bug fix, or you have a legacy code and you want to improve it. So this is where everything started. This is part of the project lifecycle. Okay. The second step is that you look at your system. In our case, it was the task queue manager system, and we look at it using sequence diagram and class diagram and UI and block diagram. The system is working with TypeScript because this is much better programming language than JavaScript. When you have new requirement or you have a bug fix or you are doing refactoring, you need tools, and the tools that you have is Jest or vtest. And using these tools, you can create a test using test function, and you can assert using expect, and you can invoke code coverage to see how well your test cover your source file, and you can use watch to watch for changes in your sources and invoke the code again. And your source code can have few types. Your source code can have UI and maybe not. It can have pure logic, and it can have side effect and module interaction. So side effect like local storage, or side effect like accessing the web, and module interaction like persist working with local storage, or like task scheduler that is working with the other modules. Okay, so this is what you have in your source code. And for each type of code, you have specific unit test. For the UI, you have front-end unit test. So you can create unit test with just DOM, or you can use testing library, DOM testing library, if you are using vanilla TypeScript or vanilla UI. And if you are using React, you can use React testing library, or if you are using Angular or Vue, there are also this framework in testing library. So this is a test for a code that is UI based. If you have side effect, then you can have now two options. Either you want an isolated test, you want to isolate your test from the side effect. If this is the case, then you are using mocks like Spyon and FN and mock. And if your modules that you are interact with already exist, then you might use sociable test, as we did in our code. And if you have pure logic code, then you can have pure logic unit test, like unit testing of function add. So this is the flow of information. You start here, you are making changes in the source code, you are building a test, and the test is built based on the source code and what you get out of it. Well, what you get out of it is code confidence. You get productivity because you can push much quicker changes into the production, and you get a better code and you get a better developer, because with unit test you can confidently make changes like using enum or adding abstraction for persistence. It is so easy to do it with unit test that these changes are done much more frequently. And your code is getting better, and you as a developer get better. So this is where we are now after this course. And all of this flow we have learned in this course.